console switching is an extremely clunky process for me. Because I don't have all of my consoles plugged in at the same time. I have to shuffle which one's plugged in. And I don't have a switcher box for the AV cords. Alright. So, Contra, the Alien Wars on Game Boy. I've never played this one. This is completely new to me. I think there's something about Game Boy games. I need to switch one of the options. I haven't played a Super... Yeah, I need to switch this. I haven't played a Super Game Boy game in a while. We need Type A controls, for sure. I'm leaving everything at default settings tonight. I mean, I might mess with the color palette a little bit or something like that, but like normal difficulty, stock lives, all that stuff. All right, so here we go. I mean, it definitely seems like Contra 3. They even kept in the tank. I don't ever use the tank, though. Hey, Fuzzy Boots, welcome in. What's that around your neck? It's one of those collars that they wore back in Shakespearean times. Oh no! No, I was doing very well. Game audio's quiet. Alright, I'll turn it up when I get a moment. It might be safe to stand here. It might be safe to do it standing here. I had it turned down low on purpose because I was worried about it being too loud at the start, and I just didn't mess with it again. So hopefully that will be a little better. Uh-oh. What's this? This is different. No! Oh no, this is the same. Okay, I thought I was gonna fight a boss. No, this little event happens in the other one too. Can we climb? We climb in this one? Oh, that's actually bad. Climbing is the thing that I hate the most about Contra 3. No, the meatball! Rude. Uh-oh. I said hate the most, implying there are other things I hate about Contra 3, and yeah, I'm not a big fan of Contra 3. Hate would be a little strong. It's definitely not as bad as some Contra games, but I don't love it. I love level 1. Level 1 in Contra 3 is amazing. But it kind of falls apart after that pretty badly. Are you a big Shakespeare fan? I'm kind of a poser. I just like to play Contra on around Shakespeare's birthday because the Contra guys from the first game are named after Shakespeare. They're named Bill and Lance, which you know, sounds to me like they're named after the bard. Uh-oh. Hey, we cleared a stage. Let's go. I took a lot of I read a lot of Shakespeare in school, and like I guess I enjoyed it all right at the time, but it's one of those things where like if I haven't if I haven't been reading that kind of stuff for a while, it quickly becomes like incomprehensible to me. I I would have never guessed that this would have the top-down stages. I just took as a given that these would probably be cut. Is this guy invincible or what? Okay, definitely not invincible. I'm invincible. Or I was. No! Oh, bomb. Okay, that's nice. I actually like this top-down stage better than the Super NES version. The Super NES is like just a Mode 7 gimmick that you have to use the shoulder pads to rotate, and it's really annoying. This is actually way better. I don't know why Zergling would be able to hear the game, but Chozo wouldn't be able to. This is a very odd situation. Oh, please don't. Oh my goodness, these things are everywhere now. Okay, don't want that F weapon. I don't know how to fight this guy. I see. His weak spot was behind him. No! How? How am I supposed to get away? Hey, thank you, Chozo. Very well timed. We have 3 continues, but I'm going to spend one. So now we've only got 2. I don't want to speak too soon, but the fire weapon might be kind of great. No, I walked off the thing. Well, the fire weapon might be great, but I'm definitely not. What? There's another one down here? No way. Did it respawn? No! Stay away! I think it must be this one. It must have been picking up on this one. I couldn't hear it before, I can now. I changed nothing. Oh, that's good, Zergling. That's real good. No, please. What? Oh, I need to eliminate that enemy last so that I can take the invincibility into the boss, maybe. I mean, it doesn't last very long, so even if it does carry over between the screens, it's probably run out before it could really help me. Alright, these are explodable. That's important to know. See, I wasn't sure about that before. Oh, in fact, exploding them might be mandatory. Because it doesn't... Well, I don't know. The game's not very good at indicating whether or not I'm doing damage. This is just unfair. Thank goodness there's not a time limit, right? I see no indication that I'm doing anything at all of value. Sorry, I will get to that in a moment. Definitely want to hear what you have to say. I don't know. I might be just physically incapable of attacking this boss, because it seems like when these spike things go off the screen, they regenerate all their health. And I don't have a weapon that's capable of eliminating them quickly enough. It seems like I can't do damage to it until all of the wheels are destroyed. And I can't destroy the wheels, so I think I'm just stuck. I think I'm just stuck. Oh my goodness. I actually blew something up. Can you believe it? I don't believe it. Oh, thank goodness. Took a few theater courses in high school and college, so I was exposed to Shakespeare, but the style's very outdated. And although I was taught what it all meant and the beauty of iambic pentameter and whatnot, it still feels bloated and dated without anything to capture me. The stories themselves can be good. I don't mind retelling with modern language. I just don't like the old English used in the originals. Though I do like a lot of other theater. Yeah, it's um yeah, it's hard for me to just pick up a play and read it and really get into it. Like I definitely need like a sort of commentary to help me sort of unlock it. Once it's explained to me, I can start to like really I can start to appreciate it. And once I've been reading that kind of stuff for a while, then like you kind of get into the habit of it, and like it becomes easier to like understand it more quickly. Like the more regularly you're into it, I feel like. But yeah, I haven't really picked anything like that up for a long time. This music sounds really familiar. Now it doesn't. The first part, though, sounded like the credits music to another game. I don't even want that spread gun, but I think I have to pick it up. Oh no, it'll blink out of existence. Perfect. I got so lucky there. I got lucky again. Oh, this boss is really annoying. Because of that right there, how it like kills you with its death animation. This so far is a shockingly complete version of this game. Okay, I don't know why my fire didn't take out that missile, but at least it didn't hit me, right? I don't know the best way to do this in this version. What? I hope you can just climb. I hope it's just free like in the SNES. It is. Let's go. Ooh, don't want that either. The missiles are getting lower. How am I supposed to jump through this? This looks, No! Bogus. No! I'm on my last life. I don't think I want that homing missile. I wish more companies did this with the weaker hardware ports. I'd rather worse graphics for a more complete version. Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't hate the graphics of this either. That was the whole boss? That was the whole boss? Oh, come on. That's just silly. Alright, stage 4 is gone. which makes sense. Stage 4 is the motorcycle gimmick level, for if anyone's unfamiliar with the game. They probably could have done a version of it, but if they didn't cut the top-down levels, then I'm not surprised they cut that one. Because surely, you gotta cut something, right? Oh, no, no! Alright, I'm back down to 0 lives again. I've been hanging in there. I've been hanging in there for a while. Like, you know, not doing great, but then earning a life here or there. No! Rip. Alright, my friends. Well, is that the end of this one? I'll give you a moment to decide if anyone wants to redeem our credit, but if not, we'll give it a spin and we'll move on to the next. I did use your continue, Chozo. I had to use that to get through stage 2. Hey, thank you for another one. I'm actually really enjoying this game, so that's very kind of you. Chozo has again given us permission to keep rolling. No, the invincibility despawned. I knew it was going to. Ooh, I actually did not know that was gonna break behind me like that. Oh, come on. How far around the world do I have to go? There's no connecting territory anywhere. Ah, that's a dead end. Ah, don't fire at me. No! What? Where am I? That was rough. No! This is an interesting boss. This is a very interesting boss. As much as I don't like gimmicks where a game messes with your controls. Yeah, with this one making the ground all difficult to walk on. This is actually a really good boss. No. That was great. Okay, final stage. Aw, bogus. No, I got robbed there. He went right through my fire, and the fire is stronger than he is. I wonder if I could farm a life. Because lives are based on points, so if I just stood here, I wonder if I could actually farm lives. I'm gonna see, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna hang out here a moment. Probably takes a whole lot of these guys, though. I don't know. I'm gonna start looking at the clock now. I'm gonna wait a full minute and see. Time is moving real slow while I do this. Oh, I did get an extra life. You can farm lives. We're about to cheat this game. Afternoon board jams. I forgot you don't have to mash the button in this. I've been mashing the button this whole time. Picked up my Doom Xbox controller today. The original Xbox. Series X. Right on. I'd like to play more Doom. I watched a little bit. I watched just a little bit of an attempted 100% blind Doom playthrough, and it looked like a complete nightmare. It looked shockingly difficult, and I thought that might be fun. That might be fun to torture myself with. Doom 1, 2016, and Eternal are amazing games. We played Doom 64 on the stream. I never finished it. We played a lot of it. I made it, I don't know, maybe a quarter or a third of the way through. It's hard to know. And I was actually having a pretty good time with it, even though I'm kind of bad at it, so we had to redo a lot of levels. Doom 64 is Doom with the lights off. I don't normally like to play games like this, with this, like, super sort of cheesy approach, but since, the idea came to me, I'm gonna take advantage of it. For a first playthrough, especially. This game's really good so far. I actually really like this. I don't like the stage 2 boss very much, but part of that was user error. Part of it is not great design, because it doesn't, like, blink or give you feedback that your shots are taking effect. And that's kind of the game's fault. It moves a little too fast. The stage 2 boss moves a little bit too fast. It's kind of impossible to run away from if you're not a certain distance from it to begin with. So the stage 2 boss is pretty rough. Other than that, this game's been really good. Cows, welcome in. Happy Wheel of Contra night. This is our second game. It was our first spin, because the first game was Contra 1. We played that one for free, and that went really well. It started off terribly, but I somehow ended it. I made it through in a single credit regardless. And this one here is first playthrough. I've never played this one, and I've game overed a couple times, but Chozo's been keeping us alive. So the idea is I spin the wheel to pick our Contra game, and you can use the command WOC for Wheel of Contra to see the list. The idea is that I play whatever game the wheel lands on for 1 credit. If I see the game over screen, I'm not allowed to use continues unless the chat purchases them with channel points. But if no one wants to spend points, and don't feel obligated to, it's fine to let a game die if you don't want to see it anymore, or if you want to see something else. I'm glad Chozo's kept this one rolling because I've been enjoying this game, but definitely don't feel obligated. But yeah, if chat doesn't buy continues, then I just spin again, even if I've only been playing for a minute. So it's quite possible there could be more downtime while I'm switching consoles than there is actually gameplay time with some of these. I think I have 1 continue left, Chozo, but don't spend it yet. This game doesn't have a countdown on the continue screen, so there's no need to rush the continue purchases for this one. I have channel points to burn, yeah, and I tried to make things fairly cheap, especially like considering how many huge amounts of channel points a lot of people have. I figured, you know, between like 2 and 5% of most people's banks is a fair price to charge. This is a long time to hang out here. I think we're gonna max out at 9 lives though, so. The trouble is, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to spend all this time grinding lives or farming lives, and then I'm going to be like, I have 9 lives, I can be reckless, and I'm just going to lose them all immediately. I hope they cut out the Ridley fight. If there's one part of Contra 3 I really want them to cut out, I hope it's the Ridley fight. I feel like I haven't gotten a life in a while. 7 might be maximum lives. No, I'm gonna pay attention to the clock now. Like before, I'm gonna watch it for 1 minute. But I think we're maxed out. Well, that was only 30 seconds, but my patience wore out because I already think it's at max, so. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Well, another one of these guys? No, thank you. I actually think I don't want the spread. You know what? I want it. Oh no, not this guy. There's no way around that. That was horrible. Remember what I said about... Remember what I said about bleeding all my lives away? What is even going on? I don't even know how to damage that boss. I didn't do a single piece of damage that whole time. It was only the bombs that ever did anything. That was awful. Oh no, I think they... Oh, it's you again? Really? A-board jams. Alright, you gotta tell me which game you want to play. Rip. Oh no! Alright, so we'll do that after this game. No. Depending on whether or not anyone wants to buy that credit. Hey, Greg, welcome in. Yeah, it's our Shakespeare night. I'll give you a few seconds to decide, my friends, whether or not we spend the credit or whether we move on to Rogue Core. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from spending it if you still want to, Chozo. It's up to you whether you want to or not. Not being a big fan of Contra outside the first two NES games, I'm okay either way, Greg says. Hey, thank you, Chozo. So we got one more shot at this. No. We're switching to Rogue Core after this game, but we've got to give this one its full opportunity first. I'm not if someone redeems that or the skip the wheel one, I'm not switching immediately. Like the point isn't to switch immediately. The point is to switch in between games to the chosen pick. No. I'm not gonna. Oh well. Hang on, this credit's going to waste. No. I don't switch at any time. I switch. I'm still giving every game its full share. Oh. Unfortunately, we've got to sit here and grind our lives again. But now I know it only goes up to 7, so I won't waste as much time at the end of the grind. Hey Nikita, welcome in. Happy Shakespeare's birthday, approximately. Welcome to our big Contra event. And yeah, I'm kind of right there with you, Greg. I love Contra 1 and Super C. Operation C is pretty alright on the Game Boy, and this game is pretty good too, actually. But yeah, I don't really like Contra 3 so much. Contra Hardcore is a little better. The Contra Adventure on the PlayStation is pretty alright too. But Legacy of War is garbage. So I really love 2 Contra games, and then I just kind of like most of the rest, and I kind of hate a few. This is our last continue on this one. So grinding these lives is more important than ever. Almost there. 2 more lives. Come on. Feels like that whole watched pot never boils kind of situation. One more life. Come on, lucky number 7. Where are you? There we go. No, I disagree. Can you believe that? Can you believe it didn't let me make that jump? This is a rude game. Okay, got good RNG there. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know I was dead. Those do hurt on the way up. I wish I had any idea. Hey, Natto, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome to our big annual Contra night. Things are going really rough right now. Hopefully, DKC, Natto's playing Donkey Kong Country on the Game Boy. I don't think I said anything. I was lurking in the chat for a long time. Sorry you didn't like the Game Boy game as much as the Super NES game. I had the Game Boy game as a kid, and I think I played all the way through it. I feel like I liked it, but I haven't revisited it since I was a kid, so who knows? Who knows what I would think if I played it now? Oh, bogus. Do these just alternate left and right? They do. You know what? I can still grind lives. I can farm lives from these enemies. That's 100% what we're doing. This is going to be very slow. Sorry, I can't really properly interact with the chat because of the boss fight. I will catch up with everyone. I will catch up with everyone when I get a moment. So every year around William Shakespeare's birthday, we play Contra games. I'm a really big fan of Contra 1 and Super C. My feelings on the rest of the series, or at least what little of it I've played so far, are kind of mixed. I love the first two games. Love, love, love the first two. And then it's like, they're just kind of okay after that, comparatively. It's taken a real long time to get more lives. I don't know if it's possible. But we always play Contra games around Shakespeare's birthday, since I noticed that the two Contra dudes from the first game are named after Shakespeare. Bill and Lance are definitely named after William Shakespeare. And tonight I've actually got a party wheel that I've got a whole bunch of Contra games listed on, and the idea is that I'm just spinning the wheel and playing whatever it lands on. And this has been our first game of the night. It's my first time playing through this one, and I actually really like it so far. I played Contra 3 on the Super Nintendo, and I'm not a very big fan of that one. I actually eliminated one of those arms. It took a month, but I eliminated one of them. And I finally got another extra life, too. So the idea is that we'll spin the wheel in between every game, and it'll choose the next one randomly. And my plan is to... what are you doing? My plan is to play every game for 1 credit. Unless the chat buys me permission to use continues, I plan to switch games every time we see the game over screen. But so far we haven't had to respin yet. Chozo's been helping us out a lot. But we may get to the point where we're playing each game for like a minute at a time. Because some Contra games can be really hard to get moving in. Alright, now, if this is like the Super NES game, there should be another phase. Never mind. Victory! We beat it! Let's go! Fighting with all your skills, you have defeated the forces of evil and their leader, Red Falcon. The world is at peace again. Your weapons rest as the celebrations all over the planet commence, but who knows, perhaps one day the dark forces will return and Earth will need yet another hero. Let's go! I don't know if there's a true ending or a secret boss if you play on hard difficulty. We only played on normal. So, there could be more to this game. But for our first playthrough, that's pretty alright. Chargers Girl, welcome in. Sorry it took me so long to welcome you. Very grateful to have you here, and thank you for the GG. Thank you as well, Natto, Bort Jams, Pokemons, welcome in. Glad to have you here, Chozo. Let me read all the chat that I was missing before. No, Chozo. No, Bort Jam's points are not going to waste. Chozo's not a fan of DKC1 on Game Boy either? It's not as fun for me as the SNES version. Yeah, there are two. There are two Contra games on the original Game Boy. There's Operation C and there's the Alien Wars. And yeah, I've played Operation C a lot. I've actually done that game Deathless before. And I would probably be up for learning how to do this one Deathless as well. Except the Stage 2 boss and that one spider boss on the last stage of this one. Those are really tough. Everything else is really good. Gonna finish the game off anyway. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear you're gonna stick with it. Please clip this whole stream. No, I think this is good. I like this better. I like this better than the Super Nintendo version. I thought things couldn't go slower than the Mario's Time Machine game, but Frownie proves it can go slower. Finding Nemo fan games for Contra. Play the Japanese version, because you don't need to play Japanese to read Contra games. I collect a lot of platformer type games in Japanese. I've got a few. I've got Kid Dracula in I've got Kid Dracula on the Famicom because I thought I wouldn't need to read Japanese for that one. But spoiler alert, you kinda actually do. Oh. I've got to go to bed. Right on. I hope you sleep well. It was nice talking to you, if only for a short while. Alright, so we got to switch games. So normally we'd be spinning the wheel here, but Bort Jams redeemed one of our channel point redemptions tonight to actually force the next game. So same rules apply, though. If no one buys credits for me, I'm only spending a credit on it. So we'll see how long, we'll see how long or how briefly it lasts. But we're actually moving to the Switch, so this is a little bit of a process to get moved over. So just bear with me. How did the credits work? I'm only playing each game one credit at a time, Pokemons. So when I hit the game over or continue screen, I cannot continue to play the game unless the chat buys me a continue with channel points. So if I put on a game and I play it for 1 minute and lose all my lives, then I have to stop playing that game if no one buys me a continue. But be careful. Be careful about spending those because I don't want you to waste your points. You need to be following along with the game because if you buy me a continue but I don't have any continues left in the game, then I can't continue. So be careful to time your points cleverly. You don't want to spend them when I don't have continues left in my pocket. Alright, I gotta switch input devices here.